This is the Breaking Pro Wrestling News Club, New Genesis Entertainment, with the one, the only affirmation, confirmation, deliberation, information, organization. If it ain't legit, you're at severe deficit, too legit to quit. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. You gotta be in it to win it. Triple H wouldn't be if he wasn't hitting Stephanie McMahon's for love. If you're really what it is, number one of all time. The Don Juan Banks, better than Russell Talk, better than PW Insider, better than K-Side Seats, better than Sean Views Entertainment. It is the one, it's the only former president of Enter the Arena, the number one show for covering professional wrestling. Enter the Arena was. Come on. Thank you very much. And you might be saying, well, Don Juan, why didn't you go into the arena yet and grab all your fans and bring them over to Club New Genesis Entertainment? Join the club. Join the club. Join the clique. Join the clique. Which one is it? Join the club or join the clique? I like join the clique, but also like join the club. Join the club. Join the clique. Join the club. Join the clique. Daily. Day by day, every day, brick by brick. Brock Lesnar, Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, anybody tied in this sex trafficking, sexual assault will be gone forever, unless you got the money to get yourself from a guilty verdict, or if you settle and you don't get a guilty verdict. Club New Genesis Entertainment. This is serious. Vince McMahon was the mogul. He was the kingpin. He was the man at the top. That's what Vince McMahon was, just like Donald Trump. Vince McMahon, for years, had sexual relations with employees and sexually trafficked women. It's coming to the surface. Vince dodged it once by leaving the WWE and coming back, but then he got hit with a two-piece with a cup of soda and some chips. And he had to resign once again, quitting the WWE forever. Never gracing the WWE again unless he's able to put this woman, Janelle Grant, down for good by offering her all kinds of money. Now, we see E. Jean Carroll, who sued Donald Trump, winning for potentiatory damages, assassinating her character. $83.3 million she got. Vince will give $83.3 million to Janelle Grant to make this problem go away. Vince McMahon didn't get inducted into the Hall of Fame yet. Vince McMahon hasn't died yet. Unlike his father, Vince McMahon is still alive. If you call that alive. Because he got dementia, he can't see, can't remember, he can barely walk, his muscles are flabby. He doesn't have that Vince McMahon strut anymore with balls the size of grapefruits. They're nothing but balls the size of grapes and peanuts. Vince McMahon is in infamy. He's in exile along with Brock Lesnar and John Laurinaitis. And I got to give you this information because this is it. This is it for them. Now, Vince did so many bad things to wrestlers throughout the years. If we think about some, Bret the Hitman Hart screwed that man over. He was the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Never treated him right, didn't give him the title as long as he could because he had an obsession and fascination with big guys. That's what Vince liked, big sweaty guys. He's a sick man. He's a sick puppy. And so Janelle Grant, he hired her just for sex trafficking. She worked in the office and she sent lewd videos and photos to people who engaged in sexual acts with her. One, Brock Lesnar. He signed the 2020 deal because Vince McMahon leveraged Janelle Grant to Brock Lesnar, a married man. But I heard that they didn't link up. But we don't know if they did at some point or they didn't. We don't know all that. This is going to go to trial. It's destroyed Vince McMahon. Let's go to Yahoo Entertainment. And let's read this here. For all the fans out there, take that time to subscribe. We're getting the 20 subscribers, and that's a good thing. We want to take our time so we can marinate and talk about professional wrestling like no one else will. You can't get that on. You can't get the Russell Talk should hire Don Juan Banks, but I wouldn't work for him. I wouldn't do it for free, but I'll do it for you with my own social media company. In a significant update on Brock Lesnar's future with the WWE, I try not to have that shadow all the time. His last appearance was at WWE SummerSlam. That was Brock Lesnar's last appearance, where he faced Cody Rhodes and suffered a defeat. Now, we all know Brock Lesnar doesn't lose much. It took Roman Reigns years upon years upon years upon years to defeat Brock Lesnar, and he put Cody Rhodes over. That's when I knew it was the beginning of the end for Brock Lesnar, because he put dry Cody Rhodes over, who has a list like this. Listen, since then, Lesnar has been conspicuously absent from the WWE programming. Yes, he has. Lesnar notably remained absent despite anticipation of a surprise return appearance at the Royal Rumble. Speculation surrounding his absence has swirled, particularly in connection with a sex trafficking lawsuit filed against Vince McMahon on January 25th, 2024. Reports from the Wall Street Journal suggest he was the individual referred to as the WWE superstar and the former UFC heavyweight champion involved in the allegations. As a result, WWE pulled Lesnar for the Royal Rumble, replacing him with Braun Breaker. Wow. And Dave Mesker provided an update on the situation during the Wrestling Observer radio, indicating that the Beast Incarnate won't be making any surprise appearances for a while. Mesker stated it appears that Brock Lesnar is not going to be around for a while. Some people think forever. When it comes to talent, I hate to say forever, because most of the time it's not the case, especially if someone can draw. They seem to find a way back, but not Brock Lesnar. Not Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was scheduled to face Dominik Mysterio at WWE Elimination Chamber. Initially, WWE intended Brock Lesnar to participate in the Men's Royal Rumble match. However, he was withdrawn due to his alleged involvement in the Vince McMahon allegations. It previously been reported that Lesnar would also miss a previously planned match at the Elimination Chamber. Can you believe that Brock Lesnar was going to go against Dominik Mysterio? Now, that's an insult in itself, because Brock Lesnar has beat the likes of The Rock, Hulk Hogan, Roman Reigns, let's think, Randy Orton, Triple H. And you're telling me right now he would be going against Dominik Mysterio? That's laughing. Brock shouldn't have wanted to come back at all, because when he put Cody Rhodes over, that was the beginning of the end, because for so long Brock didn't lose no matches, and when he lost a match of that magnitude, it moved him down. So it dethroned him, and he looked vulnerable, and he looked old, and they don't need him no more. They wanted Brock so bad after he was the UFC champion and he was with UFC, because it was going to bring credibility to them. They paid him so much money. They gave him the belt for a long time. But like most relationships, as time goes on, the honeymoon period runs out. The first time, it wasn't no honeymoon period. The second time, there wasn't a honeymoon period. But this third time, there was, because he started losing matches. He started not being booked as much. He started not winning the championship as much. Paul Heyman didn't care about him no more. He became yesterday's news. And now he will take the fall. It's a fact. Brock Lesnar will take the fall for this sexual assault, sex trafficking situation. He definitely will 100% take the fall with John Laurinaitis. Vince McMahon might be fortunate enough to get himself out. Brock Lesnar going against Dominik Mysterio. That's a joke. Remember when I had my man Sasuke here, and we're going to go to Wrestling Inc. When I had my man Sasuke, what did we always say? Eat, sleep, bang, sable, repeat. But now we can say eat, sleep, bang a hole, and repeat. Eat, sleep, bang a hole, and repeat. Because he will bang whatever he'll bang one of them animals that's on the farm. Sable's locked in a cage, and she wants to get out now. She might want a divorce. So why would she want to continue to stay with the beast in jail for sex trafficking? Vince McMahon is the one at the top. And he had to leave TKO, Endeavor, and WWE because Vince McMahon sold the company because he was afraid that Triple H and Stephanie would own the company and go forward. So what did Vince McMahon do? He sold it before he even went out the door because he don't want them to enjoy anything. Vince McMahon is a nasty person who screwed many wrestlers, and now he's getting it back in return. Now, the man that did the kiss my butt is the one pulling his pants down and getting hammered by Janelle Grant. She didn't like Vince McMahon. He was old, flabby, and stupid, and horny. The wrestling world is still digesting the information. This is from Wrestling Inc. Former WWE employee Janelle Grant's lawsuit contained regarding Vince McMahon, Brock Lesnar, and more. On January the 25th, 2024, Grant filed a lawsuit against McMahon, former head of talent relations, John Laurinaitis, and the company, as a whole, as she claimed she was the victim of a physical, emotional, and sexual abuse, as well as rape and human trafficking. Oh, my God. While Vince McMahon's name was brought up in multiple times, Lesnar remained anonymous. But given the specific description of a former UFC heavyweight champion combined with Lesnar being named in a Wall Street Journal article, he has become under heavy fire. He needs to get a lawyer now. Neither man is currently with the WWE at this time of the writing. See, he's gone. And we got a video out. He got fired, released. He's gone. And on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Mesker speculated that fans may never see him again. That's Dave Mesker, and nobody knows wrestling like Dave Mesker. Dave Mesker noted that McMahon is gone from the company completely. He'll never be back unless he dies. That's the only way he'll be back. Because if he dies, then they can sell his merchandise and everything that he did. But alive, he'll never be back. He didn't even get the compliment or he didn't even get the courtesy of being inducted in the Hall of Fame. Ain't that sad? The same way he wanted his father to die and take off all his assets, he went out the same way, you piece of garbage. I always hated Vince McMahon. Neither man is currently with the WWE at this time. Mesker noted that McMahon is gone for the company completely and forever, as well as the TKO Group holdings, meaning he has no creative sway on either front and won't be expecting to see him in WWE for the foreseeable future. However, he did note that McMahon has stepped away from the WWE before and managed to force his way back into the thick of things. So it wouldn't be a surprise if the former WWE chairman of the board waited until the dust has settled. Now, let's say this. Brock Lesnar is gone for good. Vince McMahon if he can somehow settle this situation, it can leave the door open for induction in the Hall of Fame. But in terms of backstage, being in front of the camera as the CEO, the chairman, those days are completely over. Could Vince McMahon settle the dust and return to be inducted in the Hall of Fame before he passes away? I have a man named Walt Weezy. He told me that's not going to happen. That Vince McMahon is gone from the company forever. Now you're going to ask Don Juan Banks, what do Don Juan Banks think? Because I can get you so close. You know AEW is on. I'm not even watching it. I know Sasuke, I'm not even watching. So listen, Vince won't be back. Brock won't be back, and John Laurinaitis won't be back. Nick Khan said he's erasing everything to do with Vince McMahon and also anybody that was a Vince McMahon guy. You know, Janelle Grant urinated, and she sent a picture of that, and she's talking about rape too. That's over with. WWE kids, family, all their programming, their merchandise, the media. See, they're leaving Peacock, and they're going to Netflix. And Peacock got mad, so they're going to, the last thing that Peacock is going to do before the WWE leaves is release a documentary on the sex trafficking and sexual assault that Vince McMahon did, implicating John Laurinaitis, Brock Lesnar, and other wrestlers in the WWE and outside the WWE. He'll never be back. He'll never be back. You better listen to Don Juan Banks. He will never be back. It says that's it. That's it. And then it says, as for Lesnar, Metzger doesn't expect to see him back in the WWE either, stating that fans might have actually seen the last of the former WWE champion given his involvement in the lawsuit. Lesnar was reportedly going to return to the WWE at the Royal Rumble. That was scrapped. He was going to go to Elimination Chamber. That was scrapped. Dominik Mysterio don't even want to step in the ring with the guy because he's a piece of trash. In fact, they was going to put Dominik Mysterio over Brock Lesnar. Can you believe that? Former UFC champion losing to one of the worst wrestlers in the WWE, part of the Judgment Day, Dominik Mysterio. He's happy. He didn't have to lose. He was going to win. Now Dominik is mad because he felt like Brock Lesnar didn't pass the torch. Come on, man. And you want to be like Eddie Guerrero, turning against your dad, Rey Mysterio, that was 10 times better than you, Dominik. Dominik, you suck. Lesnar was reportedly going to return to. Okay, so we did all that. Look, they do this. Wrestlers who will no work for the WWE: Sonny, Shane Douglas, Buff Bagwell. Remember how he went out? Jim Ross always talks about that. Who is this? Tulsa Blanchard. Nels, yeah, Nels. He'll never be back. Mr. Kennedy. These are the people who will never be back. Ken Shamrock. Remember, he was the winner of King of the Ring. He'll never be back. This is great. This is one of my best. Brad Maddox. Y'all, he gone. Vicky Guerrero. Bill DeMont. He'll never be back. Raven, yup, he'll never be back. Colt Cabana, he'll never be back. Sonny, we said that already. That's it. Thank you so much. Take that time to subscribe. Brock will never be back. Vince will never be back. And Dominik Mysterio is mad that Brock didn't put him over. And remember, Janelle Grant urinated and sent it. And she's also talking about rape. They're done. They're done. I wouldn't even be shocked if Vince, Brock, or Laurinaitis or any of the wrestlers that was involved inside the company or outside the company go to jail. Take that time to subscribe. It is your obligation to subscribe to the #1 analyst on YouTube today. covering this is the breaking pro wrestling news. Affirmation, confirmation, deliberation, information, organization. If it ain't legit with the Don Juan Banks, the multi-million-dollar, $100 million man, if it ain't legit, you're at a severe deficit. Too legit to quit. If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. You got to be in it to win it. If Triple H wasn't with Stephanie, he wouldn't be in it. And pull up if you're really with it. I'm the mayor, the monarch, the governor, the dictator, the writer, director, producer. Remember, I'm an entertainer. Architect, simply the best if you smell loud with the Don Juan Banks is cooking.